ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a hot seat series with me and a bunch of other random people that we will introduce in just a moment. I am currently talking to you from the depths of the past. Seriously. It's the 21st of August, 2013, when I'm recording this right now. It probably won't be uploaded for months because the hot seat is still currently going when I'm recording it. And the last thing that I need is people knowing my exact moves when I'm actually playing the hot seat. Because it's pretty much a guide to how to kill me. Here's all my movements, all of my income, and pretty much everything that you need to know in order to kill my faction. Yeah, no. So yeah, the hot seat is over, but you guys haven't watched it. So let's get right into this and introduce the peons, shall we? I'm sorry, I mean teammates. I mean enemies. The people that I'm going to kill.
Yes, who do I face? Yes.
Playing as Lannister, we have Applejack. Applejack? He's fucking spelled A-B-H-I-J-A-T. I'm pretty sure people make these fucking names just to see if I could pronounce them. He's the noob that couldn't save his game correctly and sent me his Lannister save rather than my Tyrell one. We'll call you that from now on. Gibberish, playing as Lannister. Don't worry, your names will be on the bottom of the screen. Tyrell by the incredibly sexy and handsome SoulGamesInc. Stark as Proto-Kaiser. Kaiser? Proto-Kaiser. That's actually an awesome name. Aaron as Lego Yuru. Lego Yuru? I'm pretty sure they make up these names just to annoy me. Greyjoy, played as Richwell. Richwell? Richwell. I don't know. Greyjoy. Your name's in the video, read that. Renly as Can I6. Once again, name on the damn video, read that. Joffrey, playing as Davosai 2018. Okay. It's like reading COD players' game tags on Xbox Live. Tully, finally someone with a sensible name, Sworn Stark. Thank you. We're actually getting to the sensible names now. I think we're going up in the age group. Stannis, played by himself. Stannis the Manus, which is an awesome name. Martell, lastly, but certainly not least, is played by Nick Ronwell. Nick Ronwell? Nick Ronwell. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Once again, names in the fucking video. Yeah, that's pretty much all it is. There is quite a bit of RPing in this. It does make it a lot funner, and we will jump right into it and get as much done as we possibly can. I have no idea when this series is uploading or when you're watching this now. But, hello, do we have flying cars yet and shit? Or have we been enslaved by the aliens? I have no idea. If you're still watching the channel by then, you know, good on you. Hopefully I'll have like 200,000 billion subscribers by now. If not, then I blame zombie Hitler. And that's about it. We'll jump right into our turn. We shall go to the next turn and be done with it. Let's get this ball rolling. Hey guys, here we are, turn 2. Quite a lot has happened because there was so much back and forth between me, Renly, Stark, Stannis, and everyone else, all through PMs on the Total War Center, all talking to each other about strategic locationing, alliances, and whatnot. I'll fill you in on everything that's happened via the PMs. I'll read them at the end of these turns, and eventually we'll catch up to where we actually are in the game. But anyway, a message from Renly. He's already told me this via PM, but whatever. He wants me to move a single stack with Renly heading towards King's Landing. So what we'll do, because I've recently thought to myself that Randyll Tarly is actually the better general, I believe. Yeah. For argument's sake, he's the better general. But what we'll do is move Randyll Tarly with a full stack up with Renly, heading towards King's Landing. Loras and Garland Tyrell can take their troops from Cider Hall and head towards a location that I have set up later. What my plan is, if I set a fort up at the Prince's Pass, although we do have an understanding with Martell currently, so, you know, it's more of a secondary remover in case Martell decides to get funny with me. It was Renly's alliance, not mine, so we'll have to wait and see. But, yes, we'll move them down here and then see what's to be done, really. I think we'll We move him here. We can stick him in the fort, because you never know when somebody might come up and attack. But in the next turn, we'll move Loras here, set up a fort of the Prince's Pass, which should block off any entry from Dawn. And I will contact Renly later on, asking him to block off Blackhaven as well. Dawn is our secret friend, if it were, but I don't completely trust my so-called friends, if you get what I mean. Trust is just a second death, as it were. Anyway, what we're going to do here, I'm going to send... I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, what we'll do, I'm just going to go here for a second and set up a watchtower so we can keep an eye on the surrounding area of Highgarden, just in case Lannister comes around. Although, I have, just before started recording, got a bit of contact from Lannister, and he has agreed to a peace of sorts. We'll read the letter later on, after return. But anyway, yeah, that's about it, really. We just have to go to the next turn, continue to quickly build some troops, but we'll do that once we've stopped recording. So yeah, Randyll Tarly will head towards the Stormlands and keep following King Renly's stack, if you will. He will continue to follow him. Loras Tyrell will set up defences at the Prince's Pass, just in case Martell decides to attack. That way, if he wants to attack, he can't sneak all the way past me and just go to Highgarden. He has to either attack my fort or sail around and attack down here, in which case he'll be cut between me and Highgarden. So hopefully everything will play out according to plan, and Lannister shouldn't attack me for now, but I do not trust him completely either. Never trust anyone. That's what I've come to find out in these hot seats. Never trust Hey guys, anybody. Welcome to turn 3. Quite a lot has happened. I've moved all my units around already, as you'll see, because this part's going to be filling you guys in on what has happened on the political side of the hot seat. Okay, where do we start off? I'll fill you in on everything. Now, at the beginning of the hot seat, we contacted Stannis to begin with. We offered him our allegiance, if you will. I was sort of playing both sides of the same coin, playing both sides in the war, if you will. After Renly decided to gain an alliance with Martell, I decided that Renly was the better choice for king, as he was the most powerful, and Stannis was considerably weak. So, I contacted Renly and informed him that I had made contact with Stannis in an attempt to feed him false information and to make him think that I was his friend and trusted ally in the ranks of his enemies or whatnot. So, Stannis actually trusts me quite considerably, although he's a fool to do so. To begin with, he didn't trust me at all, and he did question everything that I ever told him, but he came around to my side, and he is now sailing on the Vale, due to me giving him leaked information that the Arryns are in a secret alliance with me and Renly, but they're not. The Arryns are not in a secret alliance with me and Renly. I think they're now actually in alliance with Stark, if I believe. We'll go to, wait a minute, we'll go to Stark. Okay. They're in a secret alliance of sorts with Stark. But nevertheless, Stannis is sailing on the Vale under false pretenses, and he now believes that my troops are in fact marching on Harrenhal in order to claim it in King Renly's name and cause a rift between the alliance with King Robb and King Renly. My troops are not marching on Harrenhal. I've told him they are, with a long-winded speech about praying to the gods to give my troops strength against their numbers. And I left a little thing saying pretty much, what are your plans? Asking him generally what is his plans, so that my men may know where exactly they can fall back to once Harrenhal is taken. And that is when he revealed to me, stupidly, that he plans to sail up into the Vale, but rather than taking Goldtown, the obvious target, he's going to sail around, come here, land here around Coldwater, take Coldwater, and march right to the Eyrie and cut out the Vale's heart. He hopes to take the Arryns by surprise, but little does he know, the moment that he told me of this information, I contacted Lord Arryn and told him of Stannis' battle plans. So, when Stannis lands, hopefully, Arryn has made use of these forests around here, and his armies should be waiting for Stannis to land. When Stannis' fleet arrives and he lands at Coldwater, the Arryn fleet should swoop in, destroy Stannis' fleet so he can't retreat, and then swoop out the forests and from different directions and crush Stannis. If they kill Stannis, there won't be another claimant to the Iron Throne other than Renly. Our position will be vastly secured, and taking Dragonstone should be considerably easy. I've also requested that Stannis' body, if found on the field of battle, be returned to Storm's End unharmed. as much as, you know, stabbed and slashed to hacks to pieces, is unharmed. Generally, just don't decapitate the body or disrespect him, kind of thing, because he is still kin to the to Renly. Randyll Tarly is still moving with Renly Baratheon towards King's Landing. Renly is officially declared King of Storm's End. And Randyll Tarly will continue to march. He'll join up with these guys at Tumbleton. Loras Tyrell and Garland Tyrell have both started to return to their separate locations. Garland's going to return to Highgarden to be given garrison of troops. Loras will go to Tumbleton and possibly join up with some of my Tyrell troops. The battle plan for Renly is to move up here, go to the Blackwater Bay. Now, Renly is going to send some troops over here to siege King's Landing from the south. But because you can only siege only one army can siege King's Landing from that bridge there, me and Renly will have to go across here and across this bridge and into the Crown Lands via this way, while when we reach the walls of King's Landing, the southern force of Renly's will lay siege to King's Landing. That's the plan, anyway. Some recent news is that Lannister has taken Harrenhal. I'm not entirely sure what the hell's going on over there. I have begun to set up watchtowers to keep an eye on my enemy's lands, and generally that's about it. I am playing Stannis false, although my ruse to him will soon end once he realizes that I haven't marched on King's Landing. I am slightly worried about the future of this hot seat because the Lannister player has a little problem. It's kind of an important factor when you do a hot seat that everyone has the same files. If you don't, it can cause kind of fucking massive problems. And Lannister has the Game of Thrones artwork mod installed, so all of his stuff looks different than ours. So that could conflict the saves and cause all kinds of shit down the road that we really don't need. I have contacted an admin, so hopefully Duck or Emp will reply soon and we'll get to the bottom of it. But yeah, that's all for now. We are going towards King's Landing. Hopefully we'll get into some action soon. We have a understanding with Tywin Lannister that we're not going to attack each other just yet. Stark is pretty much in my back pocket. Speaking of Stark, I have contacted him with an agreement that once turn 20 is met and Sansa Stark arrives in the Vale, that she will marry my son and heir, Willis Tyrell. So Stark blood will run in the blood of the Lords of Highgarden. Anyway, guys, I've yabbered on enough. This turn's been particularly long because there's been a lot of diplomacy and intrigue and shit to fill you all in on. That's why I moved the units beforehand. So yeah, we will, before we end this, send a message to... Actually, we'll do it off camera. But what I'll do is send a message to the Martells informing them that I have set up defences at the Prince's Pass, merely as a cautionary procedure, as to not insult him or anything like that. We don't want the Martells attacking us just yet. Martell's future is questionable because me and Renly have been discussing different situations and different outcomes to the whole war. But only time shall tell. We'll end the turn and get on with this, guys. Okay. That is all from me for now. We'll go to the next guys, here we are. Martell has sent me some diplomatic information. Their offer is an alliance, military access, trade rights, and map information. And their demands are military access to my lands and my map information. Now, the current deal with Martell is Renly has offered them the lands of the Vale in return for their assistance against Stannis and the Iron Throne. So right now, Martell should be building their fleets in preparation for sailing around the coast towards Dragonstone. So this offer is really more in their favour than it is in mine. Don't forget, trade rights would be quite nice, but military access to my lands would allow them to pass my fortifications without much concern. I would, of course, be still able to keep an eye on them and whatnot. I think I will accept. Like I said, Renly and Martell are already allied with each other, well, unofficially, so we will see what's going on in there. But of course, this alliance would be a big, massive red flag to all of our enemies and all of our friends that Martell is now allied with me, which means that you can put the dots together and say that Martell is obviously allied with Renly in our alliance. I think I will accept. I would offer to marry my faction heir to the princess, but this bitch is a whore and we just get tons of bastards. So, yeah. We'll accept, I think, but we'll still keep an eye on our borders and not trust them completely. As in a hot seat, you should never trust anyone completely. So yeah, we'll accept the proposal. Yeah, this is the message from Stannis, who currently is sailing for the Vale, under the assumption that I'm heading for Harrenhal. And that's my dogs, apparently. Anyway, yeah, the Arryns will be destroyed from the north, and the Starks with Tullys be distracted. Yeah. Stark and Tullys distracted with the Lannisters, and the Arryns are coming from the north. Wait a fucking second, I'm gonna go kill these dogs. Puddles! Jenny! Get in here! Come on! Be quiet! Bad dogs! Bad dogs! Right, I'm back! Where were we? Oh, for fuck's. The idea is, me and Renly are going to split off and go across the rivers here and go around the Crownlands and get to King's Landing. I'm going to go fucking kill those dogs in a minute. I really, seriously, for fuck's sake, I'll be back. Lola! It's a bad puppy! Bad puppy! Bad puppy! We'll keep moving them down. Loras Tyrell will take command of that second army and join up with Tarly over in the Joffrey lands. Anyway, guys, I will leave you with some news from the Riverlands. Roose Bolton has intercepted Tyrion Lannister on his way from the Vale. Roose Bolton skinned Tyrion Lannister alive and offered to send the skinned body to his father Tywin at Casterly Rock, which is quite funny and sort of horrible for Tyrion at the same time, because he is one of my favourite Lannisters. But anyway, guys, that is all for now. There's not really much else that has happened. Stannis is moving on the Vale, believes I'm his ally. Me and Renly are actually moving on King's Landing. I'm loyal to Renly. Renly plans to betray Stark if he doesn't bend the knee. I'm not into... At every opportunity, I have tried to talk him out of it, and I may be forced to take action to prevent another war if he decides to attack Robb, who I've become decent allies with. Once Sansa Stark comes of age at turn 20, she will marry Willis Tyrell. Robb has agreed to this alliance. So the blood of the North will run in my veins, and I may be forced to take action against Renly and demand that he stand down for the good of the realm. We don't need another war. Hopefully I can convince him otherwise that the alliance between the North and the South is the best course for peace overall in the realm. But we'll have to wait and see. So guys, that's all for now. We'll go to the next turn, and hopefully I can spend the next 20 minutes editing out all of those fucking dogs barking that was in the background that you guys won't have heard if I've edited it correctly. Anyway guys, see you next. Welcome to turn 5. As you can see, Renly has moved up. I've moved up Tarly as well. We're going to move him directly here, and I should be able to create a fort next to him. This is obviously just in case Joffrey decides to attack. If they siege to either one of us, we can swoop in and help. Now, Loras Tyrell is going to start moving up. He's got a rather shitty army, but if he can just tag along with Tarly, or even swing around and help around there, it will be of some benefit to us. I've stuck a watchtower here so we can keep an eye on everything. We've got trade rights with Tully now, who's allied with Stark and Arryn. Highgarden is fully garrisoned. We'll muster some forces there, but for now we'll just continue to train troops. I think we don't have a diplomat, so we're going to build one definitely, just to go over and get trade rights with Stark and whatnot. We'll, for now we'll keep these fortifications here. That's just in case Martell turns against us. I'm pretty sure he won't. Our alliance is pretty secure with Martell now. Renly has decided to trust them completely. I believe the Martell princess, the whore one, that we don't want to marry to my heir because she's a whore and we'll get loads of bastards. She's on her way to... real nice way to talk about your allies, so... I know. Anyway, she's on her way to the Stormlands right now to negotiate an alliance with Renly. Renly plans to marry her to Edric Storm in order to tie our two families together, and our houses will be completely united in alliance. Martell should soon be sailing all the way around here with his fleets, which is going to contain 2 stacks of forces, a military. So pretty much all the military of Dawn is going to be away. If there was ever a time to attack Dawn, it would be then. But yeah, we're not going to do that. But yeah, we sail around here. He'll go up here. Continuing to go around here. When he's in Shipbreaker Bay, Renly will send some reinforcements to escort him. He'll go to Dragonstone and land on Dragonstone. Now, at the same time, Stannis should, if he's not already, be sailing around here, landing at Coldwater, which is right here. I thought it was down here last time. That's Heart's Hearth or whatever. So up there, and then he'll head right to the Eyrie. But what he doesn't know is Aaron should be waiting for him, so Stannis should be fucking screwed, and Martell should land on there, along with any reinforcements Renly sees fit to send. Renly currently has some forces coming up to lay siege to King's Landing from the south, and because only one army can lay siege from the south, we are heading around here this way. He's got a good idea about staying in the forts, because he can attack us otherwise. This way, if Joffrey attacks either one of us, say Joffrey comes along right now and lays siege to Renly. If he wasn't in this, if he wasn't in the fortification, he could attack him straight away. But this way, he has to wait a turn in order to attack him, and that means that I can pop out straight away and fuck up Joffrey and have him as my reinforcements. It's pretty much the best tactical position that you could be in. Just both of you stick in forts, because then your enemy can't wipe you out in one move. They have to wait, and that gives you the opportunity to defend yourself. So yeah, that's the best plot that we can do. We've still got a peace agreement going on with Lannister, but he's pretty fucking screwed as it is. There's been some... I don't know. We mentioned some of the battles in the previous thing. Yeah, I don't think there's any other battles that have happened. If there are, they'll be on the screen about now. It's hard to tell because it was quite a while back. But yeah, Lannister's pretty fucking screwed, and Stark and Tully are all sort of taunting him with messages of like, we're going to kill you. You may as well give up now. Join your son Tyrion in death, kind of thing, and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, that's all for now. We'll go to the next turn, and I should be subbing for Stark because he is unavailable to do his turn, and he's asked me to do it. So, we'll go to the next turn. Hey guys, welcome to turn 6. We've had a recent disagreement with Martell. Well, not a disagreement, a misunderstanding. He read one of my posts in the forums and thought I might be working with Lannister. I'm not quite sure where he got that from. It was bad information gathering on his part. It was just a really big misunderstanding because he read something and thought I was working with Lannister because I wasn't attacking him. But I have a non-aggression pact with Lannister. So, yeah. I don't know what the hell that was. It was weird. But anyway, we are moving my troops up. I've already moved Tarly up to this fortification here. It's kind of come to my attention that we really can't keep building forts like this. Because we're going to have to get to King's Landing. Well, we'll be at King's Landing in 2 turns if Joffrey doesn't intervene. And he's going to be able to see our forces now because he's got a diplomat right here. House Tyrell is on his way to join up with him. What I'm going to do with these guys is leave 3 of them here like this, and I'm going to send these guys up to Golden Grove just to dissuade Lannister from attacking, if possible.
An honor to serve.
I've moved one of the Red Wing kids out of Highgarden just to get a full stack here. But yeah, the majority of my military is heading towards King's Landing. Loras Tyrell can hopefully reach this fort when Tarly moves out later on. I thought Joffrey would have blocked off this bridge by now, but he hasn't. And Renly has another force around here in the Stormlands ready to lay siege to King's Landing from the south, while we move around here and attack from there. It'll only take 2 turns, but we need to stop in forts, otherwise we risk Joffrey attacking us. So that's pretty good, really. I'm not sure where Stannis is, but we should keep moving our troops and be there relatively soon. The only worry that I have right now is that Lannister's going to be a smart little devious bastard and marry Joy Hill, or Joy Lannister. She's a bastard daughter of one of the dead Lannisters or something. But try to bribe off Randall Tarly to him because his loyalty is really quite low. But hopefully that won't be the case.
Noble Lord.
Because I only have Loras Tyrell, and his command isn't particularly great right now. So yeah, guys, that's all for now, really. We can't move anywhere else. We're just moving our troops towards Golden Grove and the front lines a bit to bolster it. Because we've got a new Lannister player, and I don't completely trust him to keep the previous agreement that we have.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, that is all for now. We'll go to the next turn and see how it plays out. Hopefully, we should take King's Landing without too much... Okay, guys, welcome to turn 7. We got a message from Rob. Lord Mace Tyrell, Harrenhal has been taken, and so my diplomat will be sent to reach soon to offer an alliance. House Greyjoy thinks I am going to marry one of my sisters, myself, or my brother to him. I do not intend to carry this marriage out, and I do not agree to it. However, I shall keep Greyjoy thinking this for as long as we possible can to keep them fighting the Lannisters. And otherwise, he's tricking the Lannisters, the Greyjoys into attacking the Lannisters with promises of marriage and whatnot. Anyway, guys, it's been quite a lot of things. We're just moving this guy over here because we're going to have to piss off Lannister in a bit. Renly is over here. He's right about here where all of this fort damage is. The ground's been scorched. That's where Renly is. Actually, he's right there. Literally right there. But unfortunately, Lannister has done the exact thing that I'd thought he would have done. Which is pretty much like the exact plan that I was thinking of doing. That's what I do in his position. Wait for Renly to cross, then block me off. Fortunately for me, we have Robb Stark and Edmund Tully right here. You can't see him, but I moved some units over here a minute ago, and they're literally right here. So I've sent a message to Robb Stark. I'll send one in a minute, actually, telling to come over here. We'll do one right now, actually, just in case he doesn't get it. King Robb. Okay, guys, I think that will do. I've already sent him a PM on the Total War Center, but we send this just in case he doesn't receive that in time. King Robb, my forces are delayed at the crossing just south of your current location. I request aid in this matter. Please head to my location to assist. With your aid, we can take King's Landing easily. His Grace King Renly is on the other side of the crossing, and I'm unable to reach him due to the Lannister fort blockading my way. Please move swiftly. Mace Tyrell, Lord of Highgarden. That will do. I've sent him a PM with much more detailed explanations and a picture that's laying out the plan. So hopefully he'll get this. Anyway, he'll get that in the next turn, and he should read my PM as well before he plays the turn. So hopefully we'll be fine. I am slightly worried about Joffrey attacking me from this side, but this is the situation. Renly has forces here heading up to King's Landing.
An honor to serve.
So he can lay siege to King's Landing from the south. And I was supposed to be over here with Renly, but Lannister's blocked it off. So Joffrey is no doubt going to lay siege to Renly in the next turn that he has. Or he's going to come over here. But if he comes over here, that leaves Renly free to attack him as well. So he's sort of screwed himself in a way. Even more so if Robb and Edmund Tully decide to join me, which I'm on decent terms with them, so I don't see why they wouldn't. It looks like my peace agreement with Lannister's down the shitter because we're attacking his fort right now, but that's his fault. Hopefully, Robb will arrive and aid us. Worst case scenario literally is Renly dies before we can get to him. Hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully in the next turn we'll deal with the Lannister forts. Renly will be under attack and under siege at his fort. Me and Robb will go over and lift the siege on his fort, and in the next turn after that, me, Robb, and Renly will all lay siege to King's Landing from the Crown Lands, while Renly's other army lays siege to King's Landing from the south. So in the end, we'll have like 4 to 5 armies, if you count Tully as well, all laying siege to King's Landing. So Joffrey's fucked, hopefully. Even if that's 6 armies if we bring Loras Tyrell, although I'm thinking about sending Loras to the Stony Sept and then to River Run to aid Tully and Stark in the Riverlands, while the rest of my forces move back to Highgarden and secure our positions. Anyway, guys, that is all for now. I will recruit and build shit off camera. You don't need to read that. You don't need to see that stuff. And yeah, just hope to see that we everything goes according to Plan C, I think this is. Anyway, we'll go to the next turn. That's all for now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to turn 8. I don't know why I introduced it like that, because we're going to have the turns every turn, so yeah. Anyway, we're about to take over this Lannister fort that's got in between me and saving Renly. Although Renly's actually putting up a decent fight himself. That will be on the screen about now. So yeah, we'll do this. We'll take pictures first, because we need to upload them to the Total War Center. There you go, and we lost 10 guys, taking out that entire Lannister fort. We'll ransom, see if we can get some cash. Sweet.
We show little mercy.
There you go. Thankfully, we lost barely any troops. Robb Stark and Edmund Tully are already on their way to assist.
Command me.
Command me.
Now, how far can we get Loras Tyrell over here? I think Loras will just have to take that fort, I guess.
Name thy enemy, Lord.
Yes.
Because here's, from what I understand, if we go here, we can aid Renly against Joffrey's forces, and he doesn't have to worry about Joffrey coming out and attacking him, so we'll just move like this, and that way Renly has assistance with Tali aiding him. What Loras will do is come over here.
Noble lord.
What I'm going to do as well, though, will... Actually, I don't know. I'm just thinking, just in case Lannister decides to attack us from behind.
With honor.
What we'll do is leave...
Command me, Your Majesty.
Because we have to leave 4 troops in a single fort at all times, but we can leave Loras just in case Lannister decides to attack from this side, which I doubt he will, but still. What we'll do actually is, I don't know, because Stark's going to move in the next turn, so if Stark moves towards Loras.
Of course, my lord.
Ah, speaking of Stark, we got a message back from him. House Tully and I should start our advance towards King's Landing. May our conquest be quick and our casualties few. Way ahead of you, mate. But yeah, Renly is already had a little fight with Sandor Clegane, and he's already beaten them back and destroyed half of that stack. The picture will be on the screen at some point. And he's laying siege to King's Landing as well. Joffrey has officially thrown in the towel. On the thread itself, he said he surrendered. So I'm not entirely sure if he's going to disband his troops and pretty much hand over King's Landing to us, or what. We'll have to wait and see. But now that my forces are here, Renly is in literally no danger. Stannis has taken Rook's Rest, which is up here. And we'll have to communicate with Robb Stark and everything and get them to come and help us out. Anyway, guys, that is all for now. I'll do all the recruiting and shit off camera so you don't have to watch that. We'll go to the next turn and see what our next move is.